Raise your hand if you have ever overdrawn your bank account. Me, many times. Okay, you know those overdraft fees that they hit you with that suck? I've got some really good news about them. So yesterday, the Biden administration and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau announced a new rule proposal. This rule, if passed, would regulate overdraft fees in big banks and curb them. Why is this a huge deal? Because you guys, overdraft fees currently cost consumers a lot of money. In fact, over the last 2 decades, American consumers have paid an estimated $280 billion in overdraft fees. 280! Just in 2022, they paid $9 billion. Want to make a guess at how many households are affected by these horrible fees? 23 million. And those 23 million households are going to save on average of $150 a year if this rule is passed. But those households who are hit the hardest by these fees are going to save a lot more. So how would the CFPB get this done? By closing a loophole. They'd finally treat overdraft coverage like the loan that it is. And because it's a loan, it should be subject to the Truth in Lending Act, which requires lenders to clearly disclose to the borrower how much a loan or credit will cost them. That policy was created when people relied on paper checks, but overdraft protection was always treated as exempt, so banks could just surprise you with these big charges. This new rule would end that, and the result of that would be that consumers would save about $3.5 billion a year in bank fees. Now, banks, of course, are extremely upset about this rule. They're pulling out all the usual arguments. This is a misguided proposal. It's going to undo years of progress. It's going to freeze innovation and competition. The CFPB's response: you'll still be able to make a little bit of money. You just have to comply with longstanding consumer protections. There is a reason Republicans are trying to shut down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau so hard. This is part of a larger move by the Biden administration to cut out junk fees, and the big businesses don't like it. But Biden doesn't care, and neither does the CFPB, because this is actually something they really care about. It's the exact kind of policy Biden specializes in. It's not sexy, it doesn't get clicks, and it's saving you money. Policy that puts money in hardworking Americans' pockets instead of big banks is policy I'll support every time. Raise your hand if you agree.